Maseches Brachos Daf Samach Aleph. The Gemara is machlokes if HaKadosh Baruch Hu made Adam Rishon with a tail behind him, or Zachar or Nekeva, and the Gemara is a question: if it's a Nekeva, which one went first, the Zachar or the Nekeva? And that the Gemara says that the Zachar went first because Lo Yahalech Adam Acher eisha, a male shouldn't go behind the female, afilu ishtoi, and therefore the Zachar definitely went first. And the Gemara further explains how choymer the isur is for a man to walk behind the eisha. Rashi understands that if it will be just al hira, it wouldn't apply. But Adam Rishon was one body with the Zachar and the Nekeva. Isur mitzad hira wouldn't pass. It must be, it's a gnai. That's what the Gemara is proving for the fact that Ishtoi, although there's no hira, it's just a question of gnai. That's a proof to Adam Rishon. However, the Tshuvas Radvaz has a different pshat, not like Rashi. The Tshuvas Radvaz has a question. Someone asked him, nowadays when people go, ladies walk around fully clothed, is there halacha they can't go acher eisha b'shuk? On that, the Radvaz says that first of all, it's a loy plug, you don't make chalukim, and second of all, the halacha of lo yelech acher eisha is not because of the mekaymes megulim. He says even by ishtoi is not a problem in megula, and the problem is because you'll be makir because of her walk and her moves, and that could bring a person l'dei hira. And the fact that a person l'dei hira, that's why a person can't go acher eisha b'shuk, and therefore explains the same thing will be by even one's wife is such a concern of there is a isur of hira even on one's wife. It's interesting. Heter brought down in Tshuvas Mincha Shloima from Shlomo Zalman that nowadays, if let's say somebody has to let a elderly lady go in front of him, is there a problem or not? And Shlomo Zalman writes, there's a makom lahakol, because the Leki Yosha writes, nowadays it's easier because since there's so many ladies outside in the street, it's harder to be makbid on this, and therefore there are those mekilim on this. However, many poskim are machmer, and ayin, the sefer from Moshe Sternbach over here, that he writes, nowadays it's so common, you need tremendous siyat shmaya to be oimid on this soil. Further on the Gemara brings a brisa, the v'haftas Hashem Elokecha b'chol levav b'chol nafshecha b'chol moedecha. Your nefesh and your moedecha. The Gemara wants to know why does he have to say both of them? Why does he have to say nafshecha u'moedecha? All your body and your money. The Gemara says because yesh lecha adam shenafshecha is more important than his money. That's why it says b'chol nafshecha. Yesh lech memoyni chav migufay. That's why it says b'chol moedecha. There's an interesting word from Reb Chaim Soloveitchik that said that according to this Gemara, you can understand why only in the first parasha of Kriya Shema it says B'chol Moedecha, not in the second parasha. He says the reason is that the Gemara over here says the reason why it says B'chol Moedecha is because Yesh Lecha Adam Shemayne Chav Lo Migufay. Says that's only in the first parasha when we're talking to Yechidim. It's written in Lashon Yachid. However, in the second parasha of Kriya Shema, since it's a Lashon Rabbim, and there's no Shoitim b'Rabbim, the Rabbim is not Shoitim, so therefore, once it says B'chol Nafshecha, it doesn't have to say B'chol Me'odecha. On this Gemara, that the Gemara speaks out B'chol Me'odecha in regard to Avodah Zarah, the Mefarshim asks, the halacha that you have to give all your money is a halacha in all Eisha says b'Torah. It's not specifically by the isur of Avodah Zarah. The Goyin writes in Shulchan Aruch that no, he brings a raya from the Shittas that all Eisha says you don't have to give all the money, it's only by Avodah Zarah. However, Rabbi Chanan and Reb Shmuel Ruzovsky asked the Kash on the Gemara that it's two different halachas. Well, nafshecha is halacha by Avodah Zarah, and moedecha is halacha in all loisa says. Reb Chanan and Reb Shmuel Ruzovsky say at Teretz that since it says the pasuk of v'chai behem v'lo shiyamus behem, that there's a halacha that you cannot give your nefesh and you can't be moisin nefesh for averis. It would sound like without that pasuk, a person has to give over his life not to be over on a loisa say. So therefore, will come out that even other averis, any other challenge besides l'chol nafshecha, a person has to go and give over. So therefore, the only difference between Avodah Zarah and other averis is that you don't have the halacha of a chai behem by avodah zarah, but everything else is the same. So therefore, b'chol moedecha will be the same thing as by other averis as by avodah zarah. So come out according to him that you have to give over anything up to moisin nafshay mamish to mekayim all the other leisa says. However, Moshe in his chuvas has a shmuz about if someone has to cut off his limb not to be over a leisa say or to mevaza a mace, and he says that you only find that you have to give over all your money. You don't find you have to give over something more than your money, a tremendous bezoing for the mace or sakonas aver. So you see from Moshe is learning not like a Bachanan and a Shmuel that is saying that you have to give over anything up to Mesiris Nefesh, not to be over on Eloisa say. Further on the Gemara brings the famous story that Rabbi Kiva, at the time of the Gzeira, he taught Torah in public, and he was Moisen Nafshe to teach Torah in public. On that, Papa said you would ask him why is he doing that, and he said the whole marshal with the fish in the water. The Achronim ask, what's the pshat in Rabbi Kiva? How is it allowed to Moisen Nafshe to teach Torah? The halacha is that only on certain averis you're allowed to be Moisen Nafshe. It's Yarg Bal Yavar. Talmud Torah is not Yarg Bal Yavar. So the Mashal says that according to the Shita, you could be Moisen Nafshe, you could be Machmer, then it's good. But the Rambam writes that you can't be Machmer on something that you're not Mechuyev Limsa Nafshe. On that, the Mashal writes two Tirutzim. One is that says Shas Hashmad. Shas Hashmad's different. You have to be Moisen Nafshe, and it's Barhesya. This is a teretz from the Teres Chaim in Erevin that writes a chiddush that if it's only a suffix, if you get killed, you're allowed to be Moisen Nafshe. Brings a story over there with Rabbi Kiva when he was in Til Sedayim. He was able to Moisen Nafshe because only a suffix, it wasn't a vade that he will get killed. There's a shtickle from Bachber in Akdama Babasra that he writes that Rabbi Kiva was Moisen Nafshe for the Kiyam HaTorah. He had to give over to Torah, and he had to be Moisen Nefesh for the Kiyam HaTorah. He wants to know what was Papas' Taina. And he says Papas held that although he had to give over Torah l'Rabbim, it didn't have to be for Hesya. On that, Rabbi Kiva held no, the Kiyam of Torah had to be specifically b'far Hesya, b'pumbi, and it couldn't have been quietly.